Alright everybody, welcome to this video. In this one I will be talking about everything that you need to know in order to climb with Wukong on top lane. We will be going over the runes that you should take in certain matchups, okay? We will be talking about the items that you should take right now in the current patch. We are in 14.18, heading into 14.19 I think after Worlds. The skill order, the way you want to skill your abilities, where do you put points early, this is also something we will talk about. And yeah, just let me surprise you with this video. There are a lot of other things that we're going to talk about. My suggestion to you is you better study this video. That's right, you better study this video. Watch it maybe 2 times, okay? You will know what you need to know in order to climb. With that being said, let's head into that. Alright everybody, let's start with the runes. So the common rune page that you're gonna use most of the time is this one over here. You want to take Conqueror. Why Conqueror? Because it's easy to stack, especially once you have your ult. It's stacked like that. And then on the next one, even though we have a new one over here, Absorb Life, killing a target heals you, we still go for Triumph because the healing on Absorb Life is not really that high. It's not worth it. On the next one we go for Legend Alacrity, not Legend Haste and not Legend Bloodline. It's not worth it. We go for Legend Alacrity. Legend Haste needs too much time until you have all the stacks, and your build is gonna give you ability haste anyways. At 55 ability haste, it starts to be less effective if you stack even more ability haste. You get the point? On the last one, you wanna go for last stand. The lower you are on the health bar, the more damage you do. On the second tree, we go for the Resolve tree, and over here, we take Bone Plating and Demolish. Demolish to get the plates, the juicy plates of the turrets. That's what you wanna aim for. And Bone Plating, of course, whenever we jump into these fights, we have Bone Plating to back us up to take some damage. So on the little ones, you want to go for attack speed, first one. Second one, adaptive force. And the last one will be health, everybody. You can change the second tree into also domination and pick up sudden impact and ultimate hunter. Sudden impact because whenever you jump, you will get lethality, and we jump with our W and our E, so it's effective on us. It's an optional way that I will only take in certain matchups. For example, if I know for a fact that I can kill the target very early, I go for sudden impact, and they can't really trade into us. Very effective, I go for sudden impact. Ultimate hunter, to basically have our ult on a very low cooldown. Once we have the stacks, we can use our ult more often during the early game. So which means we can do more damage. After all, Wukong is all about his ult, you know. This one over here, this is the rune page you want to use against fighters, against bruises, okay? And this one you can use against squishies. And if you are facing tanks or even ranged matchups, you can go for Grasp and pick up this rune page over here. Grasp for this one, so you get your healing back. You heal yourself with your Qs. Is very, very nice to Q the tanks with that. And then have Demolish in there whenever you touch the turret, so you can get these juicy plates a little bit faster. And on your next one is Bone Plating. Same thing goes also for range matchups. So if you are facing someone ranged, you can also go for Grasp instead of Conqueror, because it's hard to stack up Conqueror because they want to kite you. So if you start to auto attack, for example, a minion, then Grasp will stack up and you can jump on the range guy and get your heal back after the trade. And if this is the case, you want to go for second wind in a ranged matchup. And if it's not the case, you are against a tank, you want to go for Bone Plating, unless the tank can poke you from far behind, so you want to go for second wind. And on the little ones over here, you go for Overgrowth. Okay, Overgrowth to stack up some more. And you can leave the second tree just like that, or switch it over to this one over here, which I'm recommending. Okay, this is what I recommend if you are facing a tank or range, to go for this. This is what you see over here. All right, so these are the rune pages you want to have on Wukong. And with that being said, everybody, let's talk about the items. So the starting items you want to pick is Doran's Blade and a health potion, of course, guys. And your core item build, which means your two first items that you want to aim for, is Trinity Force being your first item, and then Profane Hydra being your second item. And these two items together with your boots is kind of your core build, okay? You want to aim for these two items. So the way you want to build it depends, of course, with how much money you back, okay? But let's say you cannot afford really much, you should be aiming for all the longswords in this build, okay? If you can afford the sheen right away, I wouldn't buy it. I would go for these three longswords, and then into sheen, and then into phage, and then into axe. Profane, the way I like to build Profane is, of course, go for Tiamat first into brutalizer, and then you complete the item. Let's continue with the third item that you want to build. The third item that I want to build, that I like to build, is a lethality item. Together with Profane, you will get a lot of lethality, guys. Why Serpent's Fang? Serpent's Fang is the lethality item that I built the most because of the absurd amount of shields that we have in the game. All the supporter items that give shields, the barrier as the summoner spell, then the abilities that almost every champion these days has, who can create a shield. You know, we have a lot of shield action going on in League of Legends, man. And I wanna be prepared for this, man. If I encounter someone who has a shield, man, with Serpent's Fang. What if there is not a lot of shields in the game, in the current game that we are playing? Then I like to go for Edge of Night, guys. This is the only, these two are the only options in my opinion. And I like to go for Edge of Night if there is almost no shields in the game, okay? This is your third item. If there's no shields, this is your third item, all right? At this point over here, at this point, you will have a lot of damage already, okay? And one-shotting ADCs and carries will be so easy. At this point, it's guaranteed, because if they get a shield from their supporter or if they have barrier, it's not gonna do a lot. It's not gonna matter, okay? But at this point, man, they're like, what happened? They will be like, what the actual heck happened? Okay. You will be guaranteed one-shotting people. Okay. It will be super easy with these four items. So then Black Cleaver, and these items over here are also optional. So if you are facing a lot of mages, you want to go for more, squeeze in more after Sunlit Sky, you leave out Black Cleaver. If you are facing a lot of tanks in the game, go for Black Cleaver. That's not the case. Facing a lot of AP, go for more. Facing a lot of mixed damage, go for Sterox. Facing full AD, go for Death Dance. Your last item depends on what is going on in the game, okay? Whatever you need, you take it. And as for the boots, guys, you either go for mercs when they have a lot of CC, okay? And if this is not the case and they have a lot of auto attackers, they have a lot of AD, then you go for plated steel caps. I can tell you already, most of the time I go for plated steel caps. It also depends on your playstyle. So if you are someone who sucks these CC abilities, man, then you better be going for mercs, you know. But if you are good in dodging and you know the angles, how to engage, and you know how to get behind them, you know the ways, then you can go for plated steel caps and get away not building mercs even though they have a lot of CC. All right. So these are the items. Let's head over to the skill order. The skill order is pretty simple, and this is what I like to do. You have your own choice, you have your own play style, but this is what I like to do, and you can leave me in the comments if this is something for you as well. But it's very, very simple. The first ability you want to skill up, you want to max, is of course your Q, okay? Your Q is your main damage source, and you want to play around your Q, all right? Each auto attack is going to reduce the cooldown of it. So play around it, put points into it so it does more damage, and it lowers then the cooldown of your Q ability. All right, so you want to max out Q. The second ability you want to put a point in early is E. The Q is the ability you want to max, but it's not the ability you want to start with, okay? the very first point, okay, the very first point in the early that you want to put in is into E, okay, and then you leave it like that. Whenever you get a chance to put a point into Q, you put a point into Q. This is the ability you want to max out, okay. The E, the first point into E, is just there to help you to cheese at level 1. So basically what you want to do is, and I'm going to provide you a clip later on during this video, is you want to jump on your enemy and attack him and get maybe a first blood. But we're going to talk about that later. So your very first point, you want to put it into E, then you put your second point into Q, and the third point, you put it into W. This is your starting position. These are the 3 points, the starting 3 points. They want to invest like that. From then, you max out Q. Then, if you can't put another point into Q, you go for a point into E and another one. So 3 points early into E while you max Q. And after 3 points into E, you leave E like that with 3 points and you start maxing out W. At this point, your Q ability will be maxed out and you start to max your W. Okay? The reason for that is pretty easy. As I said, Q is your main damage source. All right? You want to play around your damage source, around your Q ability. And E is there to first reduce the cooldown of your Q again. Second, to get more attack speed. You will be on steroids with that ability. And if you max it out, you will get even more attack speed. And with the 10% starting attack speed from the little runes and also from Legend Alacrity attack speed, you will be a monkey on steroids, okay? So no one basically can beat you anymore in a 1v1 situation because you will do a lot of auto attacks in a very short period of time. You will out attack the enemy. So you will do more auto attacks than the enemy because of the attack speed you get from the runes and from the ability. And of course, whenever you get the chance to put a point into ult, you put a point into ult. All right, summoner spells time, everybody. What summoner spells should I take? Most of the time you want to take TP, everybody. Why is that? I'm gonna tell you the reason. No problem, man. I told you this video is gonna answer all your questions, man. You better be studying this. The reason why you want to aim for TP or you want to get TP is because you want to rush your item, your first item. You want to rush it. And you use TP to rush Trinity Force. All right? This should be your aim in the game. Rushing Trinity Force. And TP is there. Teleport is there to help you with that. To help you achieve that goal. Okay? So there might be a situation where you want to back but still catch the wave. Then you have TP for it. You can catch the wave, get the gold. With the gold, you can get Trinity Force. With Trinity Force, you can create pressure on top lane. There are still some situations where you want to leave TP behind and go for Ignite. For example, Renekton, Vladimir, and Darius. These are the champions you want to take Ignite instead of TP, because you can deny their healing and kill them very early. Okay, it's really easy to kill Darius and block his healing. Same thing goes for Renekton. Same thing goes for Vladimir, for example. All right, this is like these are the matchups where I would go for Ignite over Teleport. Is this not the case? I go for Teleport over Ignite. All right, everybody, let's talk about some of the matchups and the way you want to use your abilities and the way you want to combo, okay? Most of the matchups, what you can do is just jump on these people. All right, and right away stack up your armor, your passive, as you can see, and stack up your Conqueror. It will give you 82, as you can see, armor at level 4. And if you do it on level 1, it will be less. It will be around 67, I think, but still a lot of armor. If they fight you, we are fine because we are stacking up the armor and Conqueror. And we do more damage because we have more attack speed over here. 40% attack speed on level 1. Don't forget about that. We have attack speed on the runes, 10%. And we get 3% attack speed over here right away without any stacks. So level 1, jump on someone, do this. Yeah, you can do this on Garen, you can do this on Yasuo, you can do this on Yone. Heck, you can even do this on Volibear.
My place is at the top.
No chance. Bring it on, homie. Bring it on. I'm dead though. But it's about the statement, everybody. I just wanted to prove you guys that we are level 1 unbeatable. Let's say you are facing a Darius. You can also jump on Darius with Ignite, okay, and do the same thing. If you want to play it safe though, short trades, okay? He will trade back, you will get a bleed. But it's fine because of the auto attack, you will... Look at this. Let me show you this again because I want to emphasize on that. You get 2 stacks. You get 2 stacks of that. He will trade back and do whatever he's gonna do. But the thing is, if he does that bleeding, if you get the bleeding from the passive of Darius, you have the armor first to block some of the damage and also have the healing to get some health back and like heal against this bleeding, you know. This is why you wouldn't like boom boom, E, auto attack, get 1 stack more and then back off. Short trades. If you want to play it safe against Darius. At level 4 should be fine should be super easy to beat him. At level 4 you can do this. E auto attack Q is your standard combo. I wanna show you that real quick. That's your standard combo, and then you keep on like auto attacking and step aside and do another auto attack, another step, another auto attack. But E auto attack Q is your standard combo which you want to use on engaging on people. E will do the damage, you will get the attack speed. Auto attack will be done by your auto attack and will be really fast because of your attack speed. And Q works like an auto reset. This is why you want to squeeze in an auto attack before you do your Q, okay? Because it works like an auto reset, as you can see. Alright everybody, there's another combo that can use to poke people. And let's say your enemy is staying next to the turret. So if you engage on him, you will see you will be in turret range. So that means you will get an attack and hit by the turret. Let's say this guy is farming and the mini wave is over here and this guy is farming and you want to just poke him. Then you want to do the following, okay? You E on the target, you press Q, and mid-air Q you press W. But before you press W, you want to move your mouse cursor this direction, okay? First it is over here, then you move it over here so you can jump back without getting hit by the turret, okay? I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This is how you do it, okay? Poke combo you can use, okay? A poke combo that you can use and in order to poke people, and easy to do. Alright, there's another combo that you can use to poke people and to get rid of the bone plating. This is something that you want to do before you jump into a fight, before you all in someone, which is your E ability. Your E ability works also like a poke ability because it spawns 2 clones, yeah, 3 together with you. This is what you can use. For example, you do this. See? So you jump on a low minion and you E on it, and what it does is your 2 other clones will jump to the next target. And you saw it was the minion and then the enemy. Okay, so if he's staying like next to a minion wave, you can use that to actually poke him. Same thing over here, okay? Same thing over here. Let's do it again, faster. But there you can see it, yeah? So this is also something you can do to get rid of the bone plating before you actually all in someone. Bone plating is such a good counter to Wukong, actually. It's made to counter Wukong, actually, okay? Just like plated steel caps. It's made to counter Wukong, basically. Just think about it. Bone plating is gonna take the first 3 hits, and if you jump on someone and you do your standard combo, which is E will proc the bone plating, then you have 3 attacks, okay? E will not get rid of the bone plating. It's not gonna take one of the bone plating. It's actually just gonna proc it, and then your 3 next attacks will be blocked by bone plating. So you E in, bone plating is procced, right? Then you do your auto attack Q, your standard combo, will be blocked by bone plating, and your next attack will be also blocked by your bone plating. This is why it's so important to actually get rid of the bone plating before you all in. Remember how I said in the beginning that you can like jump on level 1? At level 1 you can jump on anyone and just start to auto attack. There was one exception though, which is Jax. So if you are facing Jax, he most likely will start with his helicopter move, his E. But where he does the helicopter move, you cannot auto attack him anymore. This is where you want to use your E ability as an ability to jump out of it, okay, to not get hit by the stun, and also to not get hit by him while you cannot trade back into him. Let's say this is Jax, right? Let's say this is the minion wave of him. And let's say you are like trying to hit the minion wave over here.
Is that all they've got?
Okay. And maybe, let's say like this. No, hold on. Let's say he's let's say these are the minions, okay? And let's say this is Jax. And let's say he's like trying to trade into you, and he chooses to do his helicopter move. So instead of like you start auto attacking with him, and then he presses his ability, and instead of like just moving away, you can use your E ability to jump away, okay? And if he tries to still catch you, once it's gone, you can just start to auto attack him with your attack speed, okay? So what I'm trying to say is use your ability as an escape tool against Jax on level 1. Because he's gonna start with his helicopter move, and you're gonna start with your E, and trading into Jax on level 1. It's not gonna win you the game, it's not gonna win you the lane. You will get a lot of auto attacks denied, and this is why you wanna use your E ability as an escape tool to get out of the range of his stun, and then you can trade back into him. Alright people, let's talk about the all-in combo, the full combo, the post-6 combo, the one-shot combo, whatever you want to call it, man. But this looks like that. Watch that, okay?
My journey only begins.
Alright, so let me talk about the combo. What you want to do first is E. The full combo starts with the E. Then you do an auto attack. Okay. And then you do your Q ability. After your Q ability, you do your ult. And if you practice it, you can do it mid-air. And your Q ability, the Q animation, will be cancelled. So the enemy won't say, cannot say if we used Q or not, okay? This kind of looks like
Never
that.
settle for second.
You see? You barely see the Q animation, right? After you did the first part of your combo, you W to the side where the enemy tries to actually leave the fight, tries to escape. Sometimes it's this direction, sometimes it's this direction. So I like to keep my W just in case he jumps somewhere, flashes somewhere, okay? Then you have your W to catch up. So after your first part, which looks like that, I step to the side where he goes, okay? And then do another auto attack into that. Let's do the full thing. Let's do the full thing. So it looks kind of like that. Alright. So after you finish your first part, the first part of the combo, and you W to the side, you do another Q. You do another double Q with your flown together. And then into second ult. Okay, after you have done a double Q. That's the full combo. This is how I like to do it. You can also do the following. Basically do your W before you ult, okay? So it looks like that. Yeah. So if you I would only do this if I knew for a fact he has no flashes, no escape abilities. Then I would throw in my W to increase the damage I can do in this time, in this very short period of time, to one-shot people maybe. But it's really risky because they always have something up, you know. So I would only do this if I knew, okay, I can 100% kill this guy because he flashed, all right? Yeah. These are the combos. If you have any questions, guys, leave it down in the comments. I will try to help you in the comments. But that's the guide. I hope this guide will be helpful. If you find it helpful and you want to see more Wukong guides, let me know in the comments as well. And like the video. If you are new to my channel and you are not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot. It motivates me. Okay. And with that being said, guys, have a wonderful day. Peace.